got carpal tunnel pain, been diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome, thinking about having a carpal tunnel surgery or had a carpal tunnel surgery that didn't work, this video is for you. What's up, everybody? I'm Dr. Maggio, creator of the Peak Method and founder of the Soft Tissue Revolution, and I'm on a mission to make chronic injuries obsolete by helping people that are injured and in pain get properly educated and informed on their injuries and access to quality hands-on soft tissue treatment so they can avoid bigger problems down the road like pain pills, injections, and surgeries, which only make things worse. So we're back at it for episode, I think we're on episode 3 of Ask the Doc. Got a great question from Anna on IG. I'm 29 years old. Over the past 2 years, I have had a lot of pain and dysfunction in both of my hands and wrists. I was diagnosed with carpal tunnel and had surgeries on both sides. I felt good for about 2 weeks after. Then it all came back. Doctor wants to go in there again, but I'm not ready to have more surgeries. What is your opinion of what is going on, and should I just bite the bullet and have more surgery? Thanks for your honesty and transparency. Thank you, Anna, for that question, and I see these a lot. So one thing I want to start with is anytime you have a diagnosis with the word syndrome on that, it's usually just a secret word for the doctor really has no idea what's going on, and a lot of nonsense and bullshit is going on there as well. Carpal tunnel fits that as well. So a big problem in healthcare is we're very symptom focused. We really only focus on like, hey, it hurts in this area. Okay, well, it hurts there. What lives there? Well, the carpal tunnel's there, so it must be carpal tunnel syndrome. And the doctors and the practitioners really do what I call looking at treatment and just diagnosis with what's called blinders on. Like they're looking there and that's what they're looking for. And a lot of times it's a multi-factor problem that's going on. So carpal tunnel itself, genuinely it kind of comes in through here, down through there. And when anytime someone gets like pain in their hand, their wrist, down their arm, they always default to, oh, I got carpal tunnel. That's not the case. I always talk about this idea of you have to have a tissue specific problem for what's going on, and carpal tunnel doesn't really tell us anything. So what I actually see in my clinics, especially people that ended up having carpal tunnel release and that problem comes back, usually it's coming from further up in the chain. So what happens is you have your neck and all these nerves start, and then they branch their way down and they go all the way through their arm, all the way down in the hand. And they have a lot of places that they need to go. There's actually 256 different places in the body where nerves can get stuck. That's a lot of places, 256. So think of your nerves, they need to kind of like slide and glide to make it through muscles. And they're built with like 15% of extra slack, where they can stretch through. And a lot of times there's a lot of dysfunction up in the neck and in through the shoulder. And those muscles develop what's called scar tissue. Scar tissue is like glue. I talk about it all the time. It makes the muscle weaker, less flexible. And what happens is the nerves get stuck in there and they compress down on there. And then what happens is further down the chain, it has to pull. So people will get like numbness, aching, burning, tension in their hand. And the doctor go, well, you got carpal tunnel. And they go in there and they do a release and you might feel better for a little bit. But usually what happens is the problem is coming from higher up, especially in the neck. So one thing I always say is if you have carpal tunnel, like pain, ask yourself a couple questions. Number one was, did I actually have a direct trauma there? Like, did you actually get a crush area into that injury? Like, did someone actually hit it with a hammer, or you get in an accident? Or are you like a manual laborer who uses their hands all the time? If not, and you're getting carpal tunnel, a lot of times it's coming from higher up in the chain, so you want to check the neck. And that's what sounds like is going on with Anna from IG, is that it's actually coming from her neck. I wanted to get into a little more detail. Maybe if she sit at a desk a lot, she do a lot of overhead work and training and stuff like that, because a lot of times what ends up happening is that problem is coming from the neck. So if you've had carpal tunnel surgery, you're thinking about having carpal tunnel surgery, you need to get a full evaluation on your neck and your shoulder as well. The best practitioners in the entire world at doing evaluations and looking at that are Peak Method trained practitioners, and all the information to get in touch with them is down in the description below. I appreciate you guys sending over these videos and these questions each week. I love doing these. If you have any one that you want us to specifically cover, send us a message. We're always here to help. Give us a like, a comment, or share, and just keep being awesome. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.